What's good, everyone? As you might have noticed, I've got a new intro and new logo. As I mentioned in other videos, I'm rebranding my business from SX2 Lawn Care to Titan Pro Wash LLC. Does that mean I'm giving up on lawn care? Absolutely not. Not at all. I'm actually focusing on gaining more weekly accounts and slowly trying to get my existing bi-weekly customers to transition to weekly customers. As a solo operator, I wanted to stay solo but also grow at the same time. So for me, growing meant offering other services. I've researched pressure washing pretty extensively and saw just how good the profit margins are with that service. As I get older, I won't be able to bust out 10 yards a day. I'm 43 right now. I'll be 44 years old in a couple of weeks, and I can barely do it right now. With pressure washing, I'll be able to do less as I get older without sacrificing the income that I'm bringing in now. So that's my business model moving forward. That's how I want to operate my business moving forward. Everyone is different. Some might think this idea doesn't sound great, and others might like the idea, but that's what's cool about owning your own business is you can do whatever you want. So for me, I'm as I get older, I'm going to slowly phase out probably lawn care. And I'm talking about years from now. I'm talking about when I'm in my 50s, 60s, somewhere around there, and focusing on doing more pressure washing jobs so I can knock out a couple a day and still bring in the income that I'm bringing in right now by working less and working not as hard. I actually just had my first pressure washing job over the weekend for one of my existing lawn customers. I wanted to record it, but it was kind of rainy, and it was my first pressure washing job, so I was trying to hurry up, beat the rain, and trying to figure out a good workflow for how I'm supposed to do things. So I'll definitely be recording more of the pressure washing jobs. And here you can see I am recording right now in portrait mode, and you're like, why is this in portrait mode? So I'm recording with meta glasses. I didn't do the research that I needed to do with these things. I didn't know, for one, that they could only record 3-minute clips at a time. I just totally assumed that you could record hour-long videos, but it makes sense that you can only do 3-minute clips with glasses alone. And but one thing is there's not a landscape option for meta glasses for some reason. I guess they're built more so for other forms of social media. I guess like TikTok, Instagram. Is Instagram portrait mode? I don't know. I'm not on Instagram that much. I wish I could change this to landscape, so I'll have to rethink this, how I'm going to shoot stuff like this moving forward. I'll probably just use the meta glasses for TikTok, and if you're on TikTok, you can follow me there too. So anyway, if you watch my previous video titled "The Lawn Gods Are Pissed," I talked briefly about the trials and tribulations I've had to overcome the past couple of months. I won't lie, this season has completely whooped my ass. As a solo operator, everything will fall on your shoulders. Every success, every failure rests squarely on your shoulders. You don't have any coworkers or bosses to blame or praise. It's all going to be on you. So what kind of trials and tribulations can you expect when owning a lawn care business? If you started out like me, or if you will be starting out like me with residential equipment, just because you can't afford the commercial stuff yet, I slowly upgraded to commercial equipment. So everything was basically brand new. So the maintenance and repairs were very minimal. It was all just preventative maintenance on my end to ensure things kept running correctly. But after a while, machines will start getting wear and tear on them, and you'll have to shoulder those costly repairs. For me personally, during the growing season, excuse me. For me personally, during the growing season, when I'm making money, it's not too big of a deal to get those things repaired. That's not me trying to brag about, oh, I make so much money, blah, blah, blah. It's just me simply saying I'm able to afford it and not worry about it during the growing season. During the fall and winter months, though, not so much. During those cold months, I'm like a squirrel that has been hiding my acorns all year long. I've been collecting them and making sure I have enough to last me through those winter months. But if something comes along and debows my acorns and takes them all away, it makes me a little nervous knowing I can't just go out there and get those acorns, because those acorns aren't growing on the trees during the winter months. It's the same concept. So you stash all that money away, all those acorns away, making sure that you got enough going into the winter months to pay your bills, and can keep your household running. This year alone, I've dropped over $3,000 on my old Toyota Tundra, only for the transmission to take a giant shit on me. It was a wasted $3,000. It made me a little sick knowing I could have kept that $3,000 and traded my truck in before the transmission went out, and I would have came out on the other end looking pretty. But we can't predict the future. Shit just happens, and you have to solve those problems on the spot pretty quickly and keep things moving. A problem here and there isn't anything out of the ordinary. It's kind of to be expected. But there will be times where those problems come in huge waves. I won't go in depth again about all the problems I've encountered this season. It's been one thing after another, but I will say that I've had to think on my feet a lot more this year for whatever reason, just to keep things moving. I don't know what it's been about this year, but it's going to be one of those years that it's just like nothing has ran smoothly this year. It has all been one thing after another, where it's just one of those times where it's like you really learn a lot about yourself, and you learn and grow from these trials and tribulations more so than if things were just going smoothly. You learn a lot from this stuff. So in the heat of the battle, man, it's hard, but once you get out of that storm, you can look back on it and be like, okay, if this happens again in the future, this is how I'm going to handle it, or how I won't handle it. So you learn a lot about owning a business, learn a lot about yourself during those times where things are just not going your way at all. Anyways, it feels like it's too soon to speak, but as of right now, my bank account is in the green, and I'm looking good going into the winter. Knock on wood. Please, baby Jesus, don't let me jinx myself, because I don't want to learn any more stuff this year. I would like for things to run a little bit more smoothly going from here on out, but it is what it is. Another part of owning a lawn care business and being solo that nobody talks about is the mental side of it. We all know this is a really physically demanding job, but the growing season is 8 months long, at least where I am at in Georgia. So that's 8 months of grinding it out. Excuse me. People might think that they grind it out at their 9-to-5 job, 12 months out of the year. So what's the difference? The difference is you are solo. And if you got helpers, man, that's great. Good for you. I know that helps a lot. It alleviates a lot of the pressure. But if you are solo, all of it's going to fall on your shoulders. Sorry, I'm getting over all my allergies from today, apparently. Cutting the grass, weed eating, edging, blowing, trimming bushes, cleanups, that type of stuff. That's all just the physical part of the job. Then you add in the fact that you're the sales manager, the payroll department, the marketing department, the customer service department, the maintenance department. You get the idea. I mean, it's an ongoing list. You're the ordering department, the buying department. You do it all. All those things are on your shoulders for 8 months. And it's not like those things go away in the colder months either. It's just less frequent. You'll need those few months to allow your body rest and your brain to recover what you just endured for those 8 months, because you're going balls to wall for those 8 months, man. You really, once things slow down, you kind of look back like, damn, like it's kind of like a whirlwind, especially when you have had a year like I've had where things are just kind of not going your way, and you're like, man, what just happened? So it's good to have those few months to not necessarily kick your feet up. Stay busy, man. Keep doing what you need to do. If there's not a lot of work for you to do necessarily, as far as like lawns and yards, stuff like that, there's different things you can do. Marketing. You can do your own stuff. Try to wear those different hats. Try on different hats in the wintertime and mess around with different things moving forward. Kind of like reevaluate what worked for you that past year, what didn't work, tweak some things. There's definitely things to do. But, I've worked all sorts of jobs, and this is by far the hardest, but most rewarding job I've ever had. I've worked for other people before. I've clocked in and out. I've worked in retail, fast food, the service industry, hospitality, aviation, corporate America. I've done a lot. In the short time frame. I've been out of college since I was like 25 years old. So it's been, over 15 years worth of, job experience. Plus I worked while I was in college and before college. Those were all the fast food and retail type jobs while I was trying to make some money getting through school and stuff. But all those things definitely helped me become a better business owner for sure. But out of all the jobs I've ever had, this one has tested me the most. But like I said, it's very rewarding, but also very exhausting. There will be times you want to quit, mainly in those dog days of summer when the heat starts messing with your head. That's what happens to me, is the heat really starts messing with my head. But if you're like me, you won't quit because you put too much into it and you love what you do. When your heart is in something, you won't give up on it. That's with anything in life, whether it be your career or relationships with people. You don't give up on the things that you care about. You just kind of deal with the things that are pressing you, and the parts of it that are hard. You put in the work because it matters to you. So are you cut out for owning a lawn care business? I guess it's just a matter of up to you, man. We'll find out if you start your business and you get in the thick of it, and you'll quickly find out if it's for you or not. So allow yourself a little grace. Don't be too hard on yourself. I think a lot of us out there, we do struggle out here. It's not a cakewalk by any means. It's definitely hard. But like I said, if you enjoy doing it, you'll stick with it, and allow yourself to have those moments where, you kind of get down on yourself for one reason or the other, whatever it is. But don't stay in that space too long. Get out of that headspace and just keep pushing, keep grinding, keep going. So that's what I got for y'all, man. Like I said, I'm recording with these Meta glasses, so sorry about my hat bill being in the way. I didn't even think about that the camera would even see that. It's definitely a lot easier recording with these things, but I'll have to rethink this for the YouTube video. So I know it's kind of annoying seeing those black bars on each side of the screen, but I appreciate y'all watching, man. So yeah, that's what I got, and hopefully I'll have a video again soon.